Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bishop. Y'all bear with me. I'm coming off of teaching. Can you see me, Bishop Diane? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Just coming off teaching and now, okay, folks are coming on. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started. I've got Bishop Faith Bridges on. We're going to give her an opportunity to share toward the end, Savings Global Highway. But good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Y'all bear with me. I'm gonna be responding to text messages. We sent the link out yesterday, and I was hoping it would take everybody in, but it's not. So if anybody just text and give them the password and log in. But tonight's meeting is basically, we titled it Plans for Our Future. I wanted to see basically where we were individually and collectively. Can you hear me, Bishop? Can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Everybody that's, am I supposed to join? I'm like, are you kidding me? All right. So what we're doing tonight is we're going to talk a little bit about what our plans are going forward with BDR in partnership with Grassroots. And I mainly wanted to make sure that each SMA, and I sent the text out to everybody, and y'all bear with us. We're trying to figure out the best approach to reaching people. When you're starting to get a whole bunch of folk, it's hard to keep up with folk when they don't respond to things of that nature. What's important, and I keep hearing people say to me, I don't know what to do. We'll do a presentation here in a minute. I don't think we have any new people on, so I'm just going to talk until they get on. When you signed up, you agreed to post once a week content. All this extra stuff that we do, we talk about, that basically is just fluff, if you will. As long as you're posting, because you have an insurance policy that should be paid each month. And so we need you posting. We need you making referrals. We need you doing things of that nature. So today's call is basically to find out where everybody is, see what we can do to help people. We'll do an introduction here a little bit later on when Daniela is on. But I just wanted to just figure out where we are. I see some more folks coming on. Tamara, you there?
I'm here, Coach.
Okay. So do you want me to do a present? What do you want me to do now? Because I kind of threw myself off with we 12 minutes in. You may do a presentation?
You can go ahead and give the updates, what's going on.
I'm gonna need you to help me with that. Okay.
Hello.
Let me find
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Who's there?
Sandra.
Hey, Sam, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Okay, we're getting started here. Tamara sent me something. Hold on one second, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
It's in our group chat.
Got it.
Yes,
All right.
No, Savannah and Lily are in their way.
We're still trying to work. Now, let me ask you before we go any further. Do we have anybody that needs the presentation?
I do.
You need the presentation. All right. Well, we'll just do that then. Grassroots Marketing and Education is the company that we work for as social media advocates. What they've done is they've gotten with insurance companies and said, well, let us do the marketing for you. Long story short, all they ask an advocate to do is to post content on their social media sites at least once a week that will talk about the free to low cost benefits, which are hearing, dental, vision, identity theft. It's 9 products. Each social media advocate has access to those as well. You get those in your welcome package. What they pay is each referral, and I want to help you understand what a referral is. This is a referral-based job. So what we do is we pretty much hire people with 1099s. And so you're an independent contractor or you how you want to word that. So what happens is the first 6 referrals, whether they're from the website, from people clicking on the link with your code, your individual code on it, or you telling someone about it and they're coming aboard as an SMA, they pay you $15 for the first 6, and they give you a $75 bonus. For 7 through 21, they pay you $20 per referral, and they give you a $250 bonus for each of those referrals. This is the new way of marketing, if you will. So what we do basically is just post content. And do we have, Diane, do we have any of the content that we can share right now? But we post content, and what we like to do is fashion it to what something you would normally post. One of our SMAs is passionate about their sign, their Leo. They have a really beautiful flyer that talks about being a Leo, and then it goes into talking about those benefits. Once people click that link and put your code in, you've been paid for that. They pay the 7th and 21st of each month, but we're getting ready July 1 to be an individual agency, so that'll probably change. We haven't heard that yet. I'm gonna ask Diane. Diane, are you up to help me with this presentation, or Tamara?
Sure.
I know I missed. Go ahead.
Well, as he's already told you guys, your insurance is based on you doing the job as a SMA, because when you was hired on, when you made the decision to become an SMA, they agreed to pay your premium for your insurance. You also got the other discounts such as dental, vision, hearing, chronic illness, identity theft. You also got those benefits based on you doing your posting of your content. So it's vital. That's why we're having this meeting today. It's vital that you guys do your posting. We have Danny and Tamara, who are 2 of our content creators who can help you. I'm gonna see if Tamara can show you some of the content that she have. But we have individuals that will help you with your content. Also, if you come aboard, connect with us so that we can share on our pages your material. So that way, it's not just showing on your page, but it's also showing on our Facebook page and with our friends. So it's a networking thing. I'm not gonna say you're gonna become a millionaire overnight with this, but depending on how much work you put into it, you can really make some good money. I'm gonna be honest with you. In the beginning, I wasn't for sure if this was real or not. In the beginning, it wasn't until I actually started getting paid and I started seeing that they was taking my insurance paid premiums out, that I started to see a legitimacy of this. But I took a chance by faith. And as Dwayne was saying, this is our ministry that we do. Even though Grassroot is their company, it is our ministry work that we do. So we take this very serious. We're not going to be trying to do anything unethical with it. So this is a good team to be under. We always have these type of meetings. We have training that we do. We create our own training. You got the company training, but we create our own training. So that way we want to make sure that everybody have full understanding of what you are representing, because even though you're getting your friends, your family, your loved ones to sign up, most of them are going to be doing it because they trust you. And we don't want you to put them in anything unethical. So that's why we make sure that the company holds up their end of the bargain if you hold up your end of the bargain. So that's it for me. I turn it over to Tamara if she would like to. Oh, there's a couple of you on here that are on here by your phone. There's no name by you. If you will right click and click on rename and give it a name so that I'll know who you are, or if you would just come off. Of
Just
mute.
have them tell us real quick who they are so we can move
Yeah,
forward, because that's
that's-
gonna be some work.
okay.
Just let us know who you are so we know you're just here.
So those of you do, I see I have 1000035.
Well, let's do this. Hey, let me do this real quick, Diane.
Okay.
Let me tell you who's here. And if you don't hear your name, we need you to tell us who you are. Sandra Spencer's here, Felicia Brogy, Daniela Iglesia, Tamara Banks, Faith Bridges, Diane Bailey, and myself. If you didn't hear your name, please tell me who you are. Hello. Just hit the
Bobby
mute button.
Johnson.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Bobby Johnson.
Hey, Miss Bobby,
Okay.
how you doing?
Okay.
Who else?
Anybody else?
Keith Anderson is here.
Hey, Keith.
Hey, Bishop-elect.
I saw him. Okay.
That's my friend Keith.
That's right. That's right.
All right. I think that's everybody, Bishop Diane. So,
Yeah.
all right. So the quick question, guys, you saying, well, before I turn it over to Mary, you saying, well, who needs this, needs to be a part of this? Anybody that you know that doesn't have a life insurance policy? Because this company, as long as you're posting and generating leads, they pay that each month. And so we're targeting people that we know that they close their eyes next month or next year, and we have to do a GoFundMe. You know, I'm working to say, hey, come aboard, let me help you. I brought my mom aboard. And you know, my mom just turned, well, out. She's had a birthday yesterday. I can tell you how old she is, but she's up there. And she's, I can't do that. I said, I'm gonna do it for you. Okay. So those are our target audiences. I'm gonna let Tamara introduce. Well, let me do this first before we do any further. For clarity's sake, we all work for Grassroots Marketing and Education. BDR, Coaching and Counseling, is Bishop Dwayne Robinson's coaching and counseling, where we do spiritual counseling, we do mentorship, quite a few things. It's going to be the parent company for everything that we do. And so it's the go-between, if you will, between. So it's the vehicle we're utilizing for us to handle any business. So when you see the BDR, that's who that is. I am the CEO. Tamara Banks, you'll be meeting with her, hearing her here in a few minutes. She is the COO. And then we're still building, but I'm gonna give you opportunity to meet Daniela Iglesia. She is one of our new SMAs that came aboard and grabbed a hold of this thing as excited, and she's our content creator. So before I release it to them, if you're here saying, I can't create content, we're going to show you a few pieces, a few minutes here, a few minutes. We'll have someone to help you with that. Or if you know someone that knows how to make flyers, it's simply a flyer. You put what you want to put to grab their attention. And then of course you put your code and put some information about the benefits, and we'll share that with you as well. So I'm gonna turn it over to Tamara now, and you can introduce Daniela, Tamara, and you guys handle that piece. I didn't realize my camera wasn't on. Go ahead, Tamara.
We got to turn up. Hey, everybody. As he said, I am Tamara Banks. I was trying to find the website links, Apostle, that are going to be required for content. So you could just talk a little bit. Give me about 2 minutes to find it.
All right. Well, what? Diane, you finna say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, he forgot to let you guys know that for Arkansas, I will be the enroller that will be enrolling you all that signed up to become SMAs. I will be the one doing your benefit call starting July.
That's what we'll do. We'll talk about that. Many of you that are here, just a few of you guys, and I want, if you know anybody that's SMA and they're not on this call, y'all tell them this is the call to make sure that we're being accountable to them. So if they don't call me kicking and screaming because something isn't happening. You know, we're having a hard time. I mean, the ones on the call now, the ones we communicate with every day. You know, we can only do so much. But what happened was, and what we're hoping to happen, it may be pushed back because we're waiting on them to get all her paperwork done. But when you guys went through, it was probably a little bumpy because, I reached out to you, Diane reached out to you. We sent you a 1099 and we had to hunt it down, and you may have gotten it, may not have gotten it. Then we had to schedule benefits. All of that goes away with BDR. When we become an agency, let's say Bishop Anderson has someone, I get on the phone with them and they say, oh, I like this, I want to do this. I can have the 1099 sent to them right while we're on the phone. They can fill it out, or we can fill it out for them, and I can immediately transfer them to Diane for that third interview. Whereas you guys are used to me calling and saying, hey, you got any time for me? Can you schedule someone? Now, let me tell you how important that is. If she is an enroller, she's got to have folks to enroll every day. If we're going to be an agency, we got to have folks that we're going to be bringing aboard every day. This is not a selling job. The hard part to this, guys, is getting folks to understand what a social media advocate do. They have a hard time with, I'm gonna be honest with you, they have a hard time with referral pay. I had a hard time with it. And I'm trying to revamp that to where it's not necessarily, well, we'll figure that piece out, but they have a hard time with that. So they say, oh no, I don't want to. And they're the same ones that need this, because if they feel dead tomorrow, they don't have anything. But I'll be honest, when I had to heard the presentation first time, I'm gonna tell you what I see. When this white man get off the phone with me, he'll never hear from me again. And that was me being prejudiced. This is where I was. I'm like, this is not for us. And the Lord says, this is for y'all. Matter of fact, the problem is the product is for someone of low income, but the people that are rolling it out aren't. They don't understand this. And that's when I saw the ministry in this. Okay. This is ministry. This is, like I tell Diana every day, every time I help someone, I had a young lady call me and said, oh, this is $200,000 policy. I got to pay that. I said, no, you don't pay that as long as you're posted. And I said to her, I said, now, if something happens, you got $190,000 you can leave your children. So there's not a lot of moving parts, but there are. But I need everybody to, why is she doing this? Tamara, no, never mind. This, hold on. That's Rochelle.
I can take over.
Okay, go, please take over.
All right. So thank you, Coach.
Yes, ma'am.
So as you all know, I am, as he said, the COO for BDR. We have, for Jim, we have a content creation team. Right now, it's just me and Miss Danny Iglesias. She is our newest member. I'm going to be real with y'all. There's a lot of you guys, 2 of us, we're sort of backed up on content. We're trying to get everybody's content created in time. Just bear with us. We're going to get everyone's content out to them. We have now created, and I'll go and share my screen. We have, for the content creation team, there is an email. It's called gmail.com. This is the new form, which will be emailed out to each and every one of you here shortly. And this email is where you go to request content. Now, as you see, it's $5 for just a flyer, $7 for video content, or if you want both, it's $12. That's because it takes a lot of time for Danny or myself to create the content, and a worker has to be paid for their labor. But if you decide you want your photo or some other personalized, like a photo from an anime or whatever design you think, you would email it to the GM content creation team at gmail.com to have it sent to you. You will not have Danny's personal email address or phone number for her privacy, as well as your own. Everything related to content will come through this email right here. he was asking for me to show you guys content that has been done before. This is some content that has been created for previous. This is the one about the Neo one he was talking about for our other SMAs. If you are someone who is a little tech savvy or creative, you don't have to do a whole lot with creating content. The young lady who was just calling Apostle was telling, she's someone, when I talked to her, she's made her own flyers, but she decided she loves to go live and cook food. So what did she do? She put the Google Doc link as well as her code on her live stream for folks to click while she's cooking her meal. So that's how you can do it. You don't always have to do a flyer or a video, but if you are someone who wants to do your own content, you don't want to pay for it, you can do this. It'll be great if you are. We'll love to have you on the content creation team. The app you can use is good for iPhone, computers, Android. It's Canva. That's the app I personally use. And a basic flyer, you can go through all the different templates for flyers or video and just change it to fit the content that you're trying to make for that person. That is the only update as it relates to content creation. Apostle, is there anything else you want me to share before I turn it back over to you?
I'm sorry, Tamara. What was your question again?
Is there anything else that I'm missing before I turn it back over to you?
No.
Oh, the goal that he was requesting that you at least post 3 times a week. That's all that he's requesting, is you post 3 times a week. That way, even if it's just you shared the flyer or you shared your previous posts, just make sure you do it at least 3 times a week to make sure that you are getting engagement so that you can get your referrals.
Correct.
All right, Coach, I'm handing it back over to you.
Okay, let me figure out where I am. You know I can't do all this stuff. Hold on. You see me?
No,
Okay, hold on. See me now?
no.
Okay, you see
Yeah.
me?
Now I do.
Yeah.
Now my light is like, you did great. Listen, guys, this is just us circling the wagon on some things. We're going to open the floor for questions here in a few minutes. I do want to make sure that if you guys would download the Telegram app and find Grassroots, because hold on, because we got to stay in touch with everybody, and this is our way of doing that. We got a group, Grassroots, there. Tamara, what did you word?
It's Grassroots Education Marketing on the Telegram app.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Are there any questions about what we've shared so far? Any concerns?
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Are you able to hear me, Mr. Robinson? Awesome.
Yes.
So the last meeting we had, I had a few referrals here. So I guess my question to you is, at one point, do I get my debit card that comes along with being an SMA?
Who am I speaking to?
Felicia.
This is Felicia.
Before the agency piece came, well, they're doing away with the debit cards for everyone. They're having issues with that.
Okay.
I'm glad you asked that, because Tamara, we got to talk about the financial, the banking statement. They're doing away with the debit cards. Now, let me say this to you guys, just because you guys send us referrals, I try as hard as I can to stay in touch with you guys. A lot of times, I don't know, we'll have to check, see how many of your referrals have gone through, Felicia, because there's a couple I couldn't reach. And so a lot of times people give referrals, and it's your responsibility to help me get in touch with them. Because I'll call them, and I'm a foreign person. They may blow me off, or let me call you back, or don't answer. And I'm not gonna call them more than one time, especially when I tell them.
I understand.
So, but I'm
yes.
And I'm not fussing at you. I'm just.
Oh no, I understand.
So when we send those referrals, help me. If you know you send them, say, hey, did you get in touch with Kim or and help me, because a lot of time, and what I try to do is, if you're available, have you on the call, because they don't know me, they know you. But check with Bishop Diane to see which ones have gone through for you. But everyone, and I haven't sent these out yet as of now, but we got an email last week stating that they were doing away with the debit cards because they're having some issues, and they're wanting everybody to do direct deposits. And quite naturally, some of our people won't have their direct deposit. That's been the argument. So I'm hoping that they'll just funnel everything through the agency and not deal with that at all. We'll let you guys know on that. But to answer your question, Felicia, if you would, after the call, get with Bishop-elect, get with Diane. I gotta get these titles together. Get with Diane, and let's verify those for you.
Yeah, and I guess there was a misunderstanding. I had 3 people that were on the call with me when she did the presentation, in addition to the referrals that clicked on my link. If any of this is making any sense.
We'll
Yes.
get with you. You understand what you're talking about, Diane?
Yes, when we had the contest for the gas, gas.
Yeah.
Money,
oh, well, she won.
and she won.
Yeah, she won.
Yeah, but her people, we got in touch with Miss the one in Brinkley, but she for some reason, I guess it was a connection problem because she couldn't hear us.
Okay. Yeah. I thought I normally, Felicia, if you look back at your text message, I tried to reach her, and it was a connection issue, and I texted her and you, and so I hadn't heard from her anymore. But we'll deal with it after this call.
Yes, sir.
Tamara, is there anything else? Danielle, I want Daniela to speak. Daniela, introduce yourself to everyone. I saw her on here. She's not on here anymore. No, yes, she is. Come on, meet Daniela. I see her. I can't do this. Okay.
Well,
Yes.
while we're waiting on Danny to come off mute, this was a request she had made. I forgot to say it. Thank you, Apostle. You said her name. It reminded me. Danny's request, for those of you who request content, please be as detailed as possible as you can on your content request. There's a specific thing you wanted to say, a specific scripture, or a specific word, a specific slogan, basketball team, football team, whatever. Please be as detailed and specific as possible so that it can be easier for her to create your content. As soon as she put the content out, I'm going ahead and let you know. If she emails you your content and you didn't give her specifics, the content she sent you is the content you get. There will be no her redoing it, because there's other people that need content done. And that would be unfair to her when on the form it says, please be detailed. So this is my little message and reminder for you all. Be detailed.
Also, guys, Tamara, because we're getting more SMAs and trying to get, if you have content created, I'm gonna let Tamara speak to this, and here's the deal. Every time content is created, we're not charging a whole lot, $5 for, and you see it's some nice stuff. If you have content created, your content is open for others, and we're showing it to others. If you don't want nobody else to use that, what we've prepared for you, then you have to pay a fee, an exclusivity fee. What do you call it in the business world? In other words, you pay so nobody else gets it. So, because what's happening? Let's just take. We'll take Sandra. If something now, some of y'all have your name on your stuff, but we can change that. We're just needing to get content out, and so we're going to be duplicating content. So if you say, "Hey, I want this," I want, I don't want. You need to pay more than $5. That's what I'm saying. Okay. because here's the deal. I'm trying to make sure that she makes some money in doing this to make it worth her while. We're building now. So nobody's making a whole bunch of nothing, but $5 is not a lot for some of that content. $7 is not a lot. And so if you don't, and so my hope is what I'll do is I say I show this one to someone, oh, I like that. Well, they're going to pay $5. Or if it's a $7 piece, they're going to pay $7. So if you don't want that, then you pay that. Was it, Tamara, is it 25? What did
So
we say?
the way the rights fee is $20. So it's $20 plus the base fee for the content that you require. So if you want to only own the rights to that flyer that it will not be shown or anyone else use it, you pay $20 plus $5 for the flyer.
Thank you.
If you,
That's-
that is what it's going to be.
That's what it is. You have exclusive rights. And if you know, in the business world, that's what happens. If you want rights or something, you want rights to have it, you have to pay exclusive rights for that. We're doing that. Because we're just trying to make sure that everybody is taken care of. It's more of y'all than as you see of us. And we don't want to drop the ball on any of this. So with that being said, if you have a question, be mindful, but reach out to myself, Tamara, or Diane, and we'll try to get an answer for you. But be mindful, we don't do this 24/7. So be mindful of the time. I get calls at 9, 10 o'clock sometimes. That's why I have another phone. Unless it's on fire, an emergency. Please, ma'am, please, sir, let's wait until after hours. You know, let's be mindful, folks have families. And I promise not to bother you after hours. Danielle, you come off mute yet? Okay. All right, it's 7:45, 7:41. We got a few extra minutes. Before I turn it over to Bishop Bridges, I want to open the floor for questions. I see Shay Shay. Hey, Shay Shay, how you doing?
Hey,
sweetheart? You looking
fine. I
good?
just forgot to, thank you. I just forgot to put my wig on. Now I gotta put my earrings in.
Okay.
You look all right. You look all right. You have any questions for us?
You know about that one content. I think I messed up on one of them
Okay.
because
What
I
do
was
you-
not trying to put too much of personal. I wasn't not trying to
Yeah.
put too much personal information on there.
Her last, she's talking about her last post she did, Apostle. She actually had her resume on there as well, and I was telling her don't put too much of your personal information on there because it is on the web. So
Yeah. Stick to the basics. That was really nice, but you got some folks out here don't mean you no good. They need all that. So stick to the basics on your flyer. Anybody else before I turn it over to Bishop
So-
Faith? Yes, ma'am.
You forgot the team lead.
Ooh, that's why I got y'all. Again, guys, we're trying to make this thing look like us. Matter of fact, is Josephine on here? She's not on here, is she? Okay, she must have forgot. We're creating, team leads and also admin support. Okay. The team leads are being trained to assist. My hope is as we build this thing, bring people aboard to make sure they go through the training. Some of you, and I'm glad that some of you have not paid attention to your emails and your training has come and gone. Okay. Once you get the email saying that, hey, you have this GEMS training, you only have 2 weeks and it disappears. It's considered a class. And I just found out last week, they have 500 people at a time in that class. So soon as you get that training, that fast start bonus, that $100 fast start bonus is predicated on you doing that. Okay. So it's important that you do that. So, but do me a favor, y'all, when y'all getting emails, please respond. Because I'm constantly texting folks and asking, did you get this? Did you do this? What about this? Y'all wearing me out. This is your business. They ask you to post once a week. I'm suggesting at least 3 times. If it was me, I'd post every day. I post every day. This is your business. The more you do, the more, the better you are. You just imagine having a truck, driving a truck, and you don't get up every day and get in that truck and drive it. It ain't gonna drive itself. And that's money leaving on the table. All right,
just,
I'm
and
done.
Hey, long
just
keep
to
it
add to,
clean and neat.
Say it
That's all that
again.
matters.
Say it
I
again.
said, as long as you keep it clean and neat, that's all that matters.
They better
right.
keep. Always send your content to us for approval, guys, especially if it's new. But yeah, keep it clean and neat. I mean, we don't need to know you got a pole at the house.
But to add to what you was saying, Apostle, the way I did it when I first started, because I started as an SMA just like most of you on here. The way I did it was I was sending my post in to get approved, and then I was posting it on my Facebook page. But I started out by getting friends and family by word of mouth. I used my talking skills, and I talked to friends and family. And I was like, hey, come and just listen to the presentation, support me on it, you know. Hey, and so I started with those the closest to me before I even started relying on anybody coming off of Facebook or any of my social media platform. So if you're trying to figure out how to start off with this, start with your friends and family. They only have to be 18 years of age. 18, I believe it's 18 to 70 is the age range that they have to be. So if you know anybody that is 18 years old, as young as 18 or as old as 70, actually it's older than 70 because
Yeah,
my mom is older.
we done snuck some through that was older than 70, but
Yeah.
I think that was
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. So, but if you know anybody like that want to just make some extra cash, just tell them hear the presentation, and then you reach out to Apostle. Don't, you know, even though you do that referral, the reason we have you doing that referral form is because I get the referral form and I write down, okay, Shay was, I'm just using this for example. Shay was referred by me. I put that on there. So that way the right person get the right credit. Then I go and put it into the main queue. And I do that manually. So that way the right people get the right credit. So that's why we have those referral forms. So like I said, start with your friends, your family, co-workers, you know, people, anybody that you hear that say, hey, I really need some insurance, because this is an opportunity for them to get free insurance. It's also an opportunity for people who wouldn't normally be able to have insurance to have insurance. But you know, it's not coming out of your pocket. All they're asking you to do is post and bring in some referrals. That's all they're asking, for them to continue to pay your insurance. So I think that's a small price to pay. I ain't never seen so many people with insurance that we have now. I mean, we had almost 200 people. So
Yeah.
so it's good.
All right. Well, if we have any more questions, guys, reach out to Diane or Tamara, because we've got I want to open the floor for Bishop Faith Bridges. This is a really good friend of mine. We were in fellowship together. Matter of fact, me, her, and Bishop Anderson, we're all in the same organization. And hear me when I say, just like I introduced this to you, we all need to have the mindset of being business owners, because the minute you signed that 1099, that's what you became. And so with that, it's always I'm gonna always do what I can to push you in your back and support you in your business. I want to give her the opportunity to share Savings Global Highway, because watch this, when you start making this money, you want to have savings. And I'll say this before I turn it over to her. She chased me for about 4 or 5 months. I kept giving her story after story. I didn't want to do this. And when she did the presentation, I signed up, and I've already, I went and of course they have a gas buddy she'll talk about. I'm chasing the gas across town, getting the discounts, but I'm getting new auto insurance tomorrow because of Savings Global Highway. And I'm probably paying almost $200 or less a month. Bishop Faith is in your hands.
right, good evening, everybody. Hello, as he said, my name is Faith Bridges. Happy to see Bishop Keith. Haven't seen him in a minute, my brother there. I'm saying to you, so happy to be here with Apostle Robinson, Apostle Dwayne, and Elder Tamara, and Bishop-elect Bailey, and to everybody in their respective places. My alarm just went off. We have 10 minutes till this next call. So if you'll do me a favor, just write this information down that I'm going to give you. It's not a link. It's a link to a Zoom meeting. Okay. The link is Make and Save More.com. Again, that's Make and Save More.com. Okay, and this Zoom starts in about 10 minutes. Okay, it starts at 8 o'clock Central, 9 Eastern. So I'm so happy to be here with it. I'm so used to calling him Bishop Robinson. I'm so happy to be here. And I'm just grateful that I saw his post on Facebook, because he's already covered a need that I had as well. I didn't have insurance. I retired from corporate America in 2019 and haven't worked since then. And, getting Social Security and just didn't have the extra. And so again, like he said, it's very important for us to have multiple streams of income, and especially in these days, the way inflation has risen, gas prices, food, I mean, it's just ridiculous. So in praying about multiple streams, I was introduced to Savings Highway Global, and now having been in going on my 7th month, I can tell you for sure that this is a gift from the Father. To me, this is James 1:17, or is it James 1:18? But every good and every perfect gift comes from the Father. And I'm just so excited about this company. So all I can tell you is it is a legitimate business. The company is 16 years old. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, meaning that they passed all of the litmus tests as far as the Federal Trade Commission, the Securities Exchange Commission. There's no way you can have a rating with the Better Business Bureau without going through all of that. All right. So the Zoom presentation is about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, but the information is so invaluable. And one of the things that I love about BDR, about grassroots marketing, is that it's ministry. It's helping our community. It's helping people. It's helping families. And when you look at Savings Highway Global, you will see the exact same thing. As a matter of fact, the mission of the company is to help 1 million families get out of debt. And we are doing that one family at a time. Like Bishop just said, he's just saved on his auto insurance. And most people that come into the business, that's what they save on right away. And the other thing that's really great about it, there are 3 different memberships. You'll see that on the presentation. But all I can tell you is people are saving hundreds to thousands of dollars in their first week. And if you're saving money, guess what? That's money that's staying in your household, right? If you're saving money, yeah, that money is staying in your household. And so then you can do something different. You can maybe, maybe I could buy insurance now, but I don't have to because of BDR. Yay. It's such a blessing, and I love the company. I've met the CEO and the top leadership. Back in February when I went to Orlando, we just had a convention in Atlanta last week, and I'm telling you, you've never seen anything like this. Never. There's nothing else like it. People say, well, let's compare it to this. You can't compare it to anything because it's not like anything that's out there or has been out there. All I can tell you is the CEO is a man of faith. He is a man of faith. And the leadership team, everybody is so into ministering to the people. So that's what you'll see. And I'm going to ask you all, we'll start in about 6 minutes. And if you would just jump on, I would say like, well, I mean, you can jump on now if you want. The presentation starts at 8. And again, it's going to be about 30 minutes, 30, maybe 45 minutes. But make sure you have a pen and paper so you can take information. This is going to make a difference in your household, in your family, in your life. And it already has done so in mine. So I'm grateful for Bishop Robinson posting on Facebook, because then I was able to look at what he was offering and saw some needs, saw that it could solve some of my problems. And I like that slide that Sister Tamara, Elder Tamara has, part of the solution. That's what this is all about. We are part of the solution. And I mean, every last one of us, you know, we are part of the solution, especially those of us who have been in ministry for years. And we know the pains that a lot of our people are experiencing, you know, and especially again, with the way that things are rising. So I'm going to turn it back over to Bishop Robinson. Thank you for the opportunity. And I look forward to seeing you all on this Zoom in about 5 minutes. Okay.
Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you.
Part of the
Thank you.
solution is our nonprofit. Like God gave that to us. Really got busy. So all of that together. Guys, listen to me. Again, this is, and I think I have the folk on the line that really understands and wants to get out of debt, first of all. The Saving Global Highway, I joined. And so go and watch the presentation, and you like it, inbox me and get my link so you can join under me.
That's right.
Because y'all know I'm doing this.
That's
when I
right.
chased that Gas Buddy app and it told me what the cheapest gas was and I found it to be true, I'm like, okay, I did that before I called. And then I got with the insurance, and the insurance people called me. That man's he said, I'm gonna call you Monday. And he shopped around for me. So he did those things. Anyway, let's pray and get out of here. So I'm gonna go to this next call. Father, we love you. We thank you. We give you glory for tonight. We know it was a lot of information, God, but where you're taking us, Father, we're equipped for this. I pray that everyone that was on the call tonight, God, receives what they need to be effective in this season. God, we are to be the lenders and not the borrowers, God. And so we proclaim that even now. But we know and realize it won't happen if we sit still. We've got to operate and step out on faith. And thank you, God, for sending faith to talk to us tonight. But step out on faith, Father, and just trust you in some areas. Grassroots, you know how I was. You know how I was and how I am, Father. But I trusted you. And I pray that you help them see what they need to do, regardless of whether it's this venture or the next, to come out from under the thumb of working for others and being independent contractors and being their own bosses. God, we love you, what you're doing, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of it. I pray for everyone that's on this call tonight, they have a sweet night's rest, Father. They wake up tomorrow and have start this over with new blessings. Thank you for new blessings, God. Every day we wake up and we have fresh blessings. We say thank you. Fresh opportunities. We say thank you. Fresh doors. We say thank you, Father. And I proclaim and speak into every person's life tonight that tomorrow is going to be much better than the day was. We love you now. We give you glory. In the name of your son, Jesus. Amen. Love you guys. Bishop, I see you.
Amen. Love you too.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you on the call. All righty. Love you.